Incest scare is immediately going into jail. And tell me why this is even a trope. Tell me why there was a period of all of our lives every author was putting in incest scares for no reason. Hey everyone, it's Sunny. Welcome back to a new video. I don't know why every time I sit down to film like a tier ranking video, I look like I just hobbled out of the storm drain or something. Anyway, we're back with another tier ranking video. These are some of my favorite videos to make. Everybody here knows that tier ranking is my first love language. Today we're gonna be tier ranking book tropes. Okay, I went to go make this tier ranking list and I tried to like think of all of the book tropes that I possibly could. And there were so many that I had to pick and choose. So but if you want to see all the other tropes, then let me know and I'll do that. So here are all the tropes. And then here are all my tiers. So let me explain my tiers first. So the tier at the very top is God tier. These are my most favorite tropes ever. Literally crying and throwing up right now. They're so good. If a book has this trope and they do it well, probably gonna become like a 5-star read. I'm a simple girl, okay? The next tier is banger. This one is tropes that I really love. They're just like not God tier, but I love them so much. Like the next one is a bop, I guess. These are ones that I'm mostly indifferent to. Like they're okay. Fourth tier is POV the letter after X. Literally why? I don't really understand these tropes. I don't vibe. I don't really like them. And then the last one is jail. Literal jail. That's literally prison time. So yeah. Okay, so let's just get started. The first trope that I have here is right person, wrong time. Right person, wrong time is going to be a bop, I guess. Yeah, this trope is just like really unfortunate, but I don't have any qualms about it. I think that it's sad. If it's done well, then I think that it makes you feel something, which is good. But I'm not like a sucker for this trope. Okay, second chance romance. Don't kill me. A lot of people love this trope, second chance romance. I'm like not a fan of this trope. And you guys can probably guess the reason why. The reason is because I don't like it when people get together quickly. And so this is like people getting together like in the negative. Like they literally already got together. Like the second chance part. Either because like there was some misunderstanding. It was like right person, wrong time. Mostly the relationship that we're reading about is them rediscovering their love for each other or getting through some conflict. There's always like tension straight away from the beginning because they have history and they've had feelings for each other before. I would rather read the first chance. You know what I mean? The second chance, like I don't care about that much. I want to read about the first chance and like the meet cute and like, but I don't hate it. It's just not for me. Next is villain to love interest. And this one is a banger. Listen, and it's like not done very often, which I feel like makes it a banger. Like the origin story for our love for this trope for a lot of us is probably Shatter Me by Tahereh Mafi. That was the first time that I read about this trope and I was like, my little middle school brain like could not even comprehend what was happening. Everybody knows I love like a morally gray like anti-hero who has redemption, and I feel like this is like that on steroids. Literally the spiciest version of an enemies to lovers. Literally the antagonist and they become the love interest. Like tell me that would not give you whiplash. Okay, next, slow burn romance. This is immediately going into God tier. It's unfortunate because I feel like it's so rare in books to see like a true slow burn. Like I'm talking about like multiple book. There's no insta love or anything like that. You have to like really work for it, like little moments, and the payoff for it is what makes it so good in the end. This is one of my favorite tropes of all time, and if a book has this and does it well, it's probably one of my favorite books of all time. When I said that I was a simple girl. Okay, next is similarities attract, and I put this to juxtapose with opposites attract. Okay, I'm gonna put similarities attract as a bop, I guess, and I'm gonna put opposites attract as a banger, just because I feel like opposites attract creates the more interesting character development for both of the characters individually. Like if you look at Kaz and Ned from Six of Crows, for example, they're very different, and it's like them having to reconcile their differences and learn from each other that makes their relationship so special. Okay, insta love is going into either POV the letter after X or jail. I literally can't decide. POV the letter after X. It's just like so vanilla. I think it's like so boring. It's just like not as interesting because where's the work? Where's the work for that? Okay, age gap. Admittedly, I haven't read many books with age gap, but I'm gonna put it in jail because sometimes it do be a little bit sus where it's like literally jail. 18 is sus. Okay, next is tragic past. Kind of out of pocket. I don't know why I put that here. Tragic past is a banger. Tragic past is always a banger because it just creates like the most interesting character development if it's a tragic past, but we have to like work to get the details and we don't really get the full picture until like almost the end of the book. You know what happens? It warrants a reread. I just feel like then we're reading it and we're like, it makes so much sense why they're like this. Other person doesn't know. Like the person that they're actually interacting with has no clue, and we're just like pulling out our hairs and being like, oh my gosh, like there's so much healing that needs to be done, like they're perfect for each other. Okay, next is grumpy sunshine, a bop, I guess. I don't think that I'm as big a fan of this trope as I know that other people are. I don't hate it. I like this trope. I think it's fun. I feel like you have to be a little bit careful with this one because if like a girl in the relationship is too sunshine and a guy in the relationship is too grumpy and those two people are together, I feel like there's a fine line. A little bit of a strange power dynamic. Seeing sunshine melt the grumpy is like really cute, but if they play too much into the archetype, then I get a little uncomfy. It gives me the icks a little bit. Next is found family. This one is going also immediately to God tier. I love a found family. If it's done well, then it's like my favorite thing on the planet. And I'm just gonna become so obsessed with the characters that I literally can't even sleep at night, and I just keep thinking about them, and I need to make a million Pinterest boards about them. If there's a found family like that, literally take me away right now. Hard to have a good found family like that. But I literally just become so obsessed and in love with every single one of the characters. I just get like so upset that they're not real and that I can't be part of the friend group. I want to be part of the friend group so badly. Okay, next, the one that got away. Wait, why do I feel like this is kind of similar to Right Person, Wrong Time? I haven't read many books with this trope in it. One that comes to mind is It Ends With Us. I'm gonna put it in a bop, I guess, because same thing, especially if it happened in the past. If we're following that relationship happening, then I really like it because obviously I get to see two people falling in love for the first time. But if it's like the one that got away and they make a return, but we don't really get to follow that relationship, kind of only see them in the present, first time that they had that relationship is kind of just referred to, and we don't really get to see the entire story, why they got away, then I feel like I was robbed. Then I feel like I was scammed. So yeah, it's gonna be a bop. Okay, one bed trope. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Don't hate me. I don't like the one bed trope. It feels like I'm the only person on the planet who doesn't become a simp for the one bed trope, but I don't like it. I don't like it. I find it cringy. When I'm reading a book, no, I can sense it. You can literally smell it that the one bed trope is coming up. The second they stop at an inn or a hostel, I'm like, please. And I literally like skip the chapter or skip the scene because I don't want to read it. It physically pains me. Like I get like secondhand embarrassment and it makes me like cringe so hard. I don't like it. I don't like it. I understand it's an awkward situation, but I don't know why the characters always act like they're like 6 years old. I get really embarrassed. I don't know. They just say like the stupidest things sometimes. Yeah, I'm not gonna defend my comments. I said what I said. Surprise pregnancy is also going into POV, the letter after X, especially if it's just thrown in at the end. It seems like a poor attempt at like a fourth act conflict. Yeah, it's just like, huh? Okay, secret identities is a banger. I love secret identities, but if it's especially in combination with enemies to lovers secret identities, if the secret part of the secret identities is drawn out for a long time, I kind of love it. If it's drawn out in like an unproblematic way, when the secret is revealed, what's gonna happen, and I feel like that anticipation is so good. Okay, next is Love at First Sight. Love at First Sight, I'm putting it in POV, the letter after X, because again, you know that a slow burn is gonna be a good slow burn when the two people meet and there's literally nothing, no attraction. Two characters are introduced to each other in a completely unromantic setting. There's not any like descriptions being like, oh my gosh, that's the most beautiful person I've ever seen in my entire life. Love at First Sight is kind of like that to me. Like I just kind of am like, oh, it's not gonna be like my god tier slow burn. It's just so much better if you have to like even work for like the attraction, just work for like the description. Okay, love triangle is gonna be a bop, I guess, because listen, I know that people don't like love triangles, and I know that the world collectively hated love triangles after Twilight came out, but I honestly think that that was mob mentality, because love triangles I feel like can be done really well, and I'm really biased because one of my favorite books of all time is literally all about a love triangle, and so after that I can't write off love triangles as being like a bad trope because I've seen it done freaking well and it ruined my entire life. All the characters have to be good characters. Like I have to like them as characters, you know? The two who are vying for the one person can't just be the same character, okay? They have to be very distinct. Otherwise, I literally can't tell them apart. Everyone can see it trope is a banger. I literally wish that every single relationship would be this trope, that everyone can see it but you. Literally everybody is watching two people fall in love and being like, and then the two people falling in love are like, they're just there in their own world. Everyone's like, literally, what are you doing? But I'm kind of living for it. Okay, next, academic rivals is gonna be a banger. I haven't read too many books about academic rivals. The Atlas 6. If it's like not in like a high school, I feel like I can't take high school settings seriously. Just metal boxes that they slapped a sign on. Things in high school seems like so low stakes in comparison to other settings, so I literally can't take it seriously. But if it's not that, then I feel like it slaps. Childhood friends to lovers is a banger. I feel like childhood friends to lovers for me is a banger if that is like the main plot, like if that is like the main romance that's in the book. I don't like it if that is the side, that's like the other option, but obviously the main romance is something completely different, like enemies to lovers, like a shiny new person. That's obviously the romance that the book is going to be pursuing, but just to add conflict, there's like the best friend secretly loves you. I feel like that I don't really like. Okay, next is the friend group trope. When there's multiple books about different people in a friend group, if that makes sense. I'm gonna say that that's a bop. bop, I guess. I haven't read too many like that, usually because I know that I like found family. So if I get really attached to a group and I figured out that there were other books, I would kind of combust into flames. So next is soulmates. They were prophesized to be together. They keep meeting in each lifetime, things like that, if that makes sense. I'm gonna put in POV the letter after X just because I just don't really like this trope that much. That's just like a personal thing. I find it more fun to read about two people who have to like work to create their relationship, and it wasn't just like fated or prophesied. I feel like that kind of takes away the people's like choice to be with that person, if that makes sense, and all the choices that they make to continue to be with that person. Friends to lovers is a bop, I guess. It just hits less than the childhood friends to lovers because I feel like this trope is more prone to just being like a throwaway side character, and I'm not the biggest fan of that. Okay, next is first love. First love is also gonna be a bop, I guess. I don't feel too like some type of way about it. I think that it's really cute. Specifically, I'm thinking about like Turtles All the Way Down. It'll make you think about first love so differently. Okay, forbidden love is obviously gonna be a banger. Are you kidding me? And it makes me sad to think that like the stakes that are in forbidden love situations that I read in books like are physically impossible to create in real life. Just imagine. All of our lives would never be boring if forbidden love like this could happen in our real world. But I feel like the biggest regret of my life is gonna be the fact that I never had like a true forbidden love or something like that in my life. Like, how do I experience that? Okay, marriage of convenience is going in POV the letter after X. I don't like it. I'm so sorry. I'm not sorry at all. And with that, I'm just gonna put it right here. Fake dating is also going to go in POV the letter after X. These two things are almost the same things for me because you're just faking a relationship. People love this trope because phase where people start questioning whether or not they're actually faking or not. People love that. People eat that up. I could not care less about that. You're basically doing everything, acting like you're in love, like saying things to each other, like doing things with each other, and like reaching that point is what makes a relationship boring for me because I like seeing the angst that people feel like they can't do that stuff. I like seeing that angst, or people wanting to do it but knowing that they can't. I'd rather have that than like people having to do it even though they don't want to. But I know that everybody and their mother loves this trope so much. I'm just gonna say it. I don't like it. Okay, next is incest scare. Incest scare is immediately going into jail. And tell me why this is even a trope. Tell me why there was a period of all of our lives every author was putting in incest scares for no reason. What was the point? It's so out of pocket. Incest scare? And I know that everybody knows what book I'm talking about, but I swear to God that this has happened in many other books. Why? It's not interesting. What are you interested in? A felony? Okay, next is a makeover scene. I put this in specifically because I don't like it. POV the letter after X. This is so prevalent. The reason that I don't like it is because when the makeover is like unveiled to the other person, they always say something kind of stupid and it makes me get secondhand embarrassed. They always, because they're so dumbfounded, right? Which is cute. Like, okay, if it's just like makeover and we're inside their heads and they think something but they don't say anything and they don't show any signs outwardly, then that's fine. But most of the time they say something. Okay, I Hate Everybody But You. It's obviously gonna be a banger. It's such a banger. It's because you're like seeing someone like be kind for the first time and it just tickles your heartstrings and everybody wants to be the but you in this situation. Okay, next is memory loss. Don't kill me. Everybody hates memory loss. I love it. This is going in God tier for me. Don't kill me. I love memory loss, okay? I love it because then you get to see someone falling in love for the first time for the second time, if that makes sense. Everybody knows that I love watching two people fall in love for the first time. And the second time around is even better because one person doesn't have their memory loss and they have to like watch the person that they love not know who they are. So it's literally the best type of angst ever. But I feel like authors do not do this trope because the majority of people hate it. I love it, please. It's almost like the publishing industry isn't catering every single publication in consideration my personal taste in books, and that's really rude. So okay, enemies to lovers, God tier. It has to be God tier. Any scenario, enemies to lovers, the best relationship. Okay, that's a bold statement. Okay, change your mind. I feel like I should put it into banger because lately I do be riding that childhood friends to lovers train, but I still have enemies to lovers a lot, and it's just like a green flag for me if I know that there's an enemies to lovers. Like, I just love that. Okay, and the last one is gonna be I'm Supposed to Kill You. Gonna be a bop, I guess. Normally I would actually put it in banger because it's like a cousin to enemies to lovers. I actually haven't read many books that did it really well, and I feel like the reason is because a lot of the time the switch from I'm Supposed to Kill You to I Love You is like really fast, that it's like, okay, then what was the point? Tell me that. What was the point? The moral of the story is that any trope ever with a slow burn, I'll probably like it. Okay, I think that those are all the tropes. You can fight with me if you want. Yeah, I'm a woman who knows her opinion. I'll say that. Okay, and I think that's gonna be all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know your favorite tropes. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.